What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Too Many Frames, the show where we talk about video games and anime and everything else in between. Today's episode, bro, it's been a month since I've even talked to y'all about anything. It's kind of crazy low-key because there's been content, but not like the content where I'm able to like talk to y'all directly, which is kind of crazy to me because usually I have a like space and area to talk to y'all about stuff, but I just haven't had that for like a little bit. So, I mean, the last time that I saw y'all, I was on vacation, and then my birthday was like a week or two later, and then I got sick, and then all that other stuff. But like, you know, it's not like y'all haven't had content. I've been uploading a little bit of the Donkey Kong highlights and whatnot, and I still did that birthday stream, even though I was sick during it, but we still did it. We found a way to, you know, have that be out. So, I mean, like, you know, it was cool. It was cool, but you know, we should be getting more content soon. Pokemon Legends ZA is coming out very, very soon. We just started playing Resident Evil. We'll also end up having an entire playthrough of the entire Resident Evil series extremely soon, hopefully. And also Gekishin Squadra drops extremely soon too, and 2XKO drops today too. It's crazy. We got a lot of shit dropping today specifically, and hopefully by the time this video goes up, that shit will be out. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into the show. First thing I want to talk about actually is the fact that Kagurabachi is seemingly going to get an anime adaptation very, very soon. There was a domain that was registered on the internet, I guess. I don't know how else to say it. But there was a domain that was registered that says kagurabachi.jp, which presumably means that we will be getting an anime announcement soon, probably a trailer, PV or something. If you don't know what Kagurabachi is, actually, wait, give me a second. Hold on. Wait. I've actually been a fan for a while. I actually have the first volume here. I don't have any of the other volumes because I've to slow down on my collection of the manga and manga in general. But yeah, if you don't know what Kagurabachi is, it's a very, very, you know, cool action battle shonen manga. And honestly, they're seemingly looking at Kagurabachi as the face of Shonen Jump as of right now. Obviously, besides One Piece, of course, right? But it's seemingly the face of Shonen Jump in terms of manga. Since JJK has left, and they're looking at that to be like their big like seller for volumes and whatnot. And it's crazy because there's been so much push for Kagurabachi for like the last year, and it hasn't even had an anime yet, which is crazy. I think that's really, really cool. I'm wondering if people are gonna be like hip to it, or if people are gonna actually want to start reading it, etc. Whatever. I took a break from Kagurabachi, like I think like the last 20-ish chapters I haven't read low-key, so I have a lot to catch up on, but it's a very fun manga, a lot of cool characters, a lot of cool fight scenes in general. I think the choreography is like one of the best parts of Kagurabachi. If we're not talking about like, you know, like story stuff, which I have opinions on, but other than that, for the most part, very excited to see this thing get an anime. I feel like it's going to be another really popular one, and you know, people, if you haven't got caught up now, then you know, I would start. Okay, tons of Nintendo news has came and went. A lot of Pokemon news also. I'll just put them all in one like little box right now. But the first thing I wanted to talk about, which will lead into Pokemon stuff, is the Nintendo Direct that has been rumored to come out either on September 11th or September 12th. I think for very, very obvious reasons, we won't get a 9/11 Direct, but I think we will probably get a September 12th Direct more than likely. I think it's just a little bit better timing wise, I'm assuming, right? But I'm assuming, yeah, this Thursday, a lot of people are saying that we're going to get a Direct. We probably won't know until either the end of today or like tomorrow morning is what I'm assuming. I don't know what I really can expect from any of this. I think that there's literally a possibility for anything. Genuinely, we could get dog shit or we could get the craziest announcements of all time. What we do know is that some more trademarks have been made by Nintendo. We got trademarks for Earthbound, Super Mario Galaxy, and Astral Chain, which, keep in mind, we still haven't had our Mario Anniversary Direct yet. Like, Mario's Anniversary is in September. It would be kind of weird to get a Nintendo Direct and then not also a Mario Nintendo Direct. But there's been a lot of rumors. We're supposed to be seeing like a lot of games with like the number 7 attached to them or something like that. So people are thinking, oh, we're going to see Final Fantasy 7 trailer in the Direct, or Thracia 776 as like a Fire Emblem release, or even Fire Emblem 7 getting a remake, stuff like that, right? I don't know how I feel about some of these rumors and leaks, but I think it's a cool thing to, you know, speculate on. But one of the things that they said that would definitely try to expect is a Pokemon spin-off that is not in relation to like the mainline Pokemon games, obviously, because it's a spin-off, duh. But it's very interesting because it's like you would assume that Pokemon would have that trailer ready for Pokemon Worlds or even their own Pokemon Presents that they had back in July. So it's kind of interesting to see that we could be getting a brand new Pokemon spin-off game, which is either a brand new IP or even a remake or like just continuation of an old IP like the Mystery Dungeon or Pokemon Ranger franchises. So very, very interested to see what they do with any of this, if this direct is real. Hopefully I could get some more information by the end of today or maybe even later on tomorrow. But as far as we know, we don't know anything. But moving into other Pokemon news, of course, I've been dropping a bunch of reactions to the Pokemon trailers. If you've been watching some of those for like the new Mega Evolutions, like for Mega Victory Bell and Mega Halucha, and seemingly enough, we might be getting another Mega Evolution on Wednesday, and it's more than likely gonna be Malamar, everybody's favorite Pokemon, my best friend. I love Malamar, bro. Malamar is one of the best Pokemon of all time. Speaking of which, I don't know, the trailers that they dropped for Malamar are very, very interesting. Like they're very, very hectic. I'm really curious to see what they do. I think like the last couple trailers that they've dropped were actually really like creative. Like for Victory Bell, it kind of got like a mini horror one, and then Halucha got like a cool little like wrestling show. But Malamar is interesting because Malamar has always been depicted as like a villain of sorts, right? So I'm wondering if they're going to make this seem like a really like happy, you know, go lucky like trailer to show off its what's it called, mind control abilities, or if they're gonna just straight up show it being evil and villainous and all that. But I'm excited. Of all of the things that we've seen from like rumors and leaks, if Malamar is getting a mega coming soon, I'm hoping that the design is done justice, because that has the potential to be one of the best designed megas of all time. Other than that, we have a few other news things to talk about. I just want to talk about the PlayStation 6 supposedly coming out very, very soon. Maybe next year or in 2027, supposedly. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna keep it a brick. I don't want the PS6 at all. I don't think anybody really wants a PS6 at all. I barely touched my PS5. I don't really use it anymore. I've used like mainly my Switch 2 and my PC for the most part. And I feel like the generation that we've had recently just isn't strong enough to make it seem like another PlayStation generation is worth it. You know, I don't know if that makes sense or not. Like, but apparently according to these rumors, it's going to be a digital only console where you have to add on the disc drive as like an additional accessory, right? That you have to buy separately. So it's like more than likely gonna already be like a $500, maybe $600+ console because of the tariffs and all that. But bro, holy guacamole, bro. I don't know, man. I don't know, dude. Like another PlayStation, another Xbox. Also supposedly PlayStation's gonna be making their own portable like Switch-like console very soon too, which I already gave my opinions on a Switch like PS5. I feel like you can't have it like both ways, where you have like the stay-at-home console and then also the portable version. You have to kind of just be a hybrid. You can't do both, in my opinion. I don't know. I mean, you can try to do that. I just don't think it's gonna make a lot of sense for most people, because most people want to play at home anyways. Most gamers don't be really traveling like that, especially with how expensive shit is right now. I think it just makes sense if they just stuck in their lane. You know, y'all don't need to do portable PlayStation games, mainly because we already have portable gaming laptops. We already have the Steam Deck. We already have all these other like portable things. I feel like Sony should focus on making games rather than making hardware. But with that being said, that is something that we should also be looking out for very, very soon. Other than that, the last bit of news that I wanted to talk about actually was the new JJK manga called JJK Monjuro. That's the sequel to the series after the series ended up, ending for the manga a little bit ago. Which, if you're not caught up to the anime or not caught up to the manga, I guess I would just not watch the rest of this video, because that's pretty much the rest of I'm going to be talking about, because I mean, it's spoilers, right? So this is your spoiler warning, last spoiler warning. If you guys want to go, get out. Okay? Are they still here? I'm not gonna lie to you, I think most JJK fans don't even care about spoilers. I feel like they've all got spoiled already, like dead ass. I mean, I know there's like a small subset of fans that are like actual casuals and don't get spoiled for stuff, but it does feel like the majority of people that watch Jujutsu Kaisen are like, they already know a lot of shit. Like, oh yeah, Gojo died. We all know that shit. Anyways, going into it, JJK Modulo or Monjuro, whatever the fuck it's called. Mojuro? JJK Mojuro. Yeah, that's supposed to be the new limited series coming out by Gege Akutami and whoever his new illustrator is, which let me look at this up. I could probably fix it. Iwasaki Yuji. So, new collaborative manga by both of them. I'm not gonna lie to you, I was reading it and I did enjoy myself. I was enjoying it, but mainly because I preferred the art style a lot in comparison to the old JJK, which I think might be a little bit of a hot take, just because like people like Gege's like scratchy art style, which I like it too. It's just like after a while, the art style kind of just felt like it was just diminishing just slightly over time. I think it's just because of like the lack of passion that Gege might have had. Either way though, moving into like story aspect stuff, if you don't know already, it's basically about aliens. They're like 80 years into the future, or like maybe 60 years into the future or something like that, in like 2088 or 2084 or something, where we have like new Jujutsu sorcerers, which are Yuta and Maki's grandkids, and they actually end up, you know, being pretty cool. I think their designs are really nice. I think that's also attributed by the art style, of course. And then also the main characters are aliens. Like they come to Earth, they're like, oh, they have the same powers or powers that are similar to ours, but they call them cursed techniques and all that. So you have like the alien guy, which is seemingly the main character, who is looking at, you know, Yuta and Maki's grandchildren's abilities and whatnot, and trying to see like how they could kind of, you know, integrate themselves into like Earth and modern society and all that, which honestly pretty cool. I think the concept is interesting. The fact that it is going to be limited is very nice, because I don't see a lot of people realizing that this is not going to be a 100-200 chapter manga. More than likely it's going to be 50 chapters maximum, and then it's just going to end and we're going to be like done with it very, very soon. Like honestly, we're probably going to only see it for a year. I do think that he wanted to, you know, end JJK really, really soon, based off of what he was saying in his interviews, right? About like, oh, I want to finish the manga already. I think he just didn't care about Yuji as a main character in general, but I do think that he probably didn't like the way that it ended and how it felt so open-ended and didn't feel like any really lasting like consequences and stuff. So, I think it's cool. If you get a chance to read it, I'd read it. I think it's pretty interesting. I wouldn't say it's crazy good or anything. It still has certain things about it that feel like JJK, but I mean, Gege's growing as a writer, and I think he's going to continue to, you know, give it his all for his projects, especially since he's not drawing this at all. He could focus more on story than on art. So I'm really, really hoping that we could feel a little bit more like fulfilled. Hoping that we could feel a little bit more fulfilled with like the ending of whatever Modulo has, in comparison to how we felt when JJK originally ended, because that original ending is really not that great, but having this to help supplement that could make it feel a little bit better. Yeah, but with that being the case, that's going to be everything I have to talk about today. I will be streaming Fiction Squadra if you're watching it when this video uploads. So if you guys want to go ahead and watch me play that, cool. If you're watching this like way later, I've already played it and the stream will be up in the live tab. So that being the case, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Make sure to comment, whatever. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.